Every one of the videos for this trail starts with this, so why should we be any different? Well, Dan and I are on our way. It's Monday, the long weekend. I believe it's September 7th. And we're on the Western Upland Trail. Just started. We're late start, about 10 o'clock, I think. We have about 10 clicks to go today, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Tomorrow is going to be our longest day and probably our most difficult day. That's okay. Weather's not great. Everything's wet. Rained last night. It was raining this morning. It's going to rain today, tomorrow, and the next day. But no great accumulation, so we should be okay. I'm sure we'll end up with wet feet, especially looking at what we're about to go through. More mud. And Dianne almost falls before starting the crossing. Good choice, babe. Wet feet over wet everything else is a good choice. Whew, that would have been embarrassing if I fell. So other than the water, this has been a pretty easy hike to this point. Mostly walking down a pretty padded down trail. But a lot of mud and water running over the trail. Getting a little bit of elevation now. Hard to tell. And a little rockier. But still not too difficult. Quite nice. Dianne is still coming. It's surprisingly hot for about 18 or 19 degrees when you're walking with everything on. Yay!
Facing me. I didn't always want to get your camera in.
Well, we made Ramona Lake. It's about 2:30. Took us about 5 hours to get in the 10 clicks. You may notice I'm not carrying my pack. Dianne dropped hers while we were looking for sites. So I'm just bringing it from the second last site to the last site, which is a beautiful site. Had a good day. Rained a bit. We stopped at Guskawa Lake for lunch, and I didn't video any of that because it was pour and rain and really windy. But I set up the tarp, we set up under the tarp and had lunch. And now at Ramona, our site's pretty beautiful. I'll show it to you. Got to walk through a wall of trees to get to it. The tree fell down here. But over the river and through the woods. Down to the site, right on the water. Not a lot of great spots for tents. It'd be a beautiful hammock spot though. There's hammock spots everywhere. But the tent spots are kind of at the base of gullies, which it's raining aren't perfect, but almost turfed. And I did not kill Diane. She's right there, in case anyone's wondering. And this is home for the night. And then tomorrow's a little longer day, but I think we did great today. Good day, babe?
Good day.
See you later. Just got to set up the tent and the tarp, and then it's dinner time. There, that's good. Little beaver pond right in behind our campsite, which would be not good in June and July with the bugs. We're here in September, so bugs aren't really an issue. It's going down to 9 or 10 tonight. Look at Diane in her wild habitat, who, by the way, refused to reenact her wipeout earlier because she's very selfish and I didn't have the video rolling. Let's watch her now. Maybe she'll wipe it again. Okay, so there's Diane. It's just after 9 on Tuesday the 8th, I think. We got into Ramona early yesterday after a 10 kilometer hike. Took us about 5 hours to get in with stops and everything. We were in before 4, and we didn't leave till almost 11 by the time we actually got on the trail. So that was good. Nice night there. Whoever built the Kaibo on the last site on Ramona Lake, you're an idiot. That Kaibo actually faces the trail and it's lopsided. It's horrible. Anyway, I digress. Today we have to get to West Maggie Lake. So we're looking at about 12 to 13 kilometers depending on where we can find the site. So I'm figuring that'll take us 6.5 hours probably. We seem to be managing about 2 kilometers an hour. We're dallying along. We're gonna take longer than that today and do a little exploring and stopping for snacks and stuff. So take it easy today. We are getting going here because it looks like it's gonna rain though. So if it rains really bad, we'll pull out the tarp and hang out under there for a while if we have to. I think we're both feeling pretty good and we're ready to go. So onwards. So we're here and we're going over to here, all the way through here. Bit of elevation change, might be interesting. Kind of nice that they had this little map spot. What do you think, Dan?
Let's do it. My God, I made it. I didn't get wet.
Good
I'll
job,
probably
babe.
turf somewhere else.
All right. So last night was pretty cold. Dan and I both got chilled. I only brought my summer bag. And it got below 10, I think. It didn't freeze, the water wasn't frozen. But it was pretty cold. There was lots of mist in the air this morning. See it in your breath. And we're both happy to get hiking because now we're warmed up. But I got a fire going this morning and tried to dry our socks out, but at least didn't get them dry, but at least got them warm, so they're warm and squishy. And that's as far as we got. That campsite at Ramona Lake is nice. Ramona Lake's not a picturesque lake, really. It's kind of a typical bog lake. Used to probably be a beaver pond and it's grown into a lake or something. But the trail's pretty nice. If it doesn't rain for a bit, today's a pretty nice day. Looking through the forest over there. And Dianne is hiding way over there. So, keep going. We're supposed to. Supposed to get rain, but maybe we'll be lucky it'll hold off. We get at least we get camp set up. At least the temperature warmed up. Pretty cold. So we stopped at Lake. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Somebody lose their brush. Stopped at Lake for a snack. About 2.5 kilometers in. We're actually a little faster pace than we were yesterday.
And sorry, wipes in my face. And more spray wipes. Okay.
Thanks so far, babe.
So far, so good. A little muddy.
Portage to the Oak Lake. It's right there. and the trail a little more up and through the mud.
Made it.
Carry on.
Just a little mucky. I lose my pole.
You did it. Good job. Good job, babe. Run, little man. It's one cold toad. On our way back from Nora Lake campsite, off trail, back to the main trail. Turned out to be a little more of an adventure than we thought. It's mostly straight uphill for, I don't know, about 500 meters, maybe not quite. So it's pretty lake, but it's a bit of a hike to get to it. And maybe a little more energy than we were looking to expend for lunch, but it's all part of the experience. So yeah, I've had a little bit of soup and some naan bread and a little more energy and back at it. Our next stop will be Maggie Lake, west, because all the easy ones east are taken. So we have to go all the way around the lake on a side trail, 5.7K side trail. Hopefully we can get one of those campsites early on as opposed to later. But realistically, one or the other, because tomorrow we got to walk the rest of it. So if we get one of the early ones, we just tag it on to tomorrow. Anyway, back at it. So we just passed a woman who had twisted her knee yesterday, apparently. She was supposed to stay at Nora Lake last night, but she was almost there when we just passed her. And I mean, it's almost 2, I think. Not sure why she wouldn't have turned around, but she was going to carry on going forward, and I don't know, not good. People, when you get injured on the trail, stop and think about it. If she did it any time yesterday between where we are and the trailhead, she was smarter to turn around. She's got a longer hike the way she's going. Anyway, on the bright side, we met another guy that's going to the same Maggie Lake West that we are with a fishing rod, so I'll be able to spy on him, see if he's catching any fish, and decide whether to bring mine next time. Seemed like a nice guy, so we shall see. Anyway, I hope the lady's okay. She didn't ask for any help, and realistically, I've got all of the extra weight from Diane's pack. Not much I could really do for her, other than if she had asked, I would have gone and got cell service somewhere and called in help, but she didn't, so you got to be responsible for yourself out here. And she's not like she's miles from anywhere, but it can seem like it if you're out here with a bum leg. She said the trail was terrible this way, but from what I'm reading and from what we're seeing, it was worse the way she was headed. So this is a pretty easy trail. Don't get me wrong, there's still mud sections and some rock, but it's a wider trail. Apparently this is old logging roads. When I mentioned that, she said there was no logging roads, but I've noticed a ton of it is actually an old road bed. It's just really old, and it's a logging road, so it's not a smooth track or anything. So, there's hoping she's okay, makes it out all right, and we carry on.
There's a fur. Thank you.
Thank you, David Heath, for the incredible sinking bridge. That said, far better than no bridge at all. Well, the Nutella's pretty solid. Cold morning. Well, good morning. Morning of day 3. It was cold last night. Little leak in the tent. I think it's a setup issue, not actually the tent. It was very minor, so it didn't bother us too much. My mattress deflated again, slowly, very slowly. So it's not a huge issue. I had to pump it up twice in the night. I also forgot a bag of nuts in my backpack. Oops, that was stupid of me. Unfortunately, they were packed on the side, so I didn't see them when I was packing everything else up. We were pretty careful too, because we even packed our bowls and everything into the food bag, but apparently I forgot that. It rained last night, so everything's nice and wet. There's the tent setup. So far, pretty happy with the tent, though. Worked great, considering the rain. I mean, leak was minor, and again, I think it's because the ridgeline of the inner tent was touching the ridgeline of the fly, and it let water run down, and then it runs down the connecting lines into the tent. So, no big deal. We're just getting ready to start packing up and hit the trail off to our next lake. The joy of wet socks in the morning. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Oh, yes it is. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, that feels miserable, but you know what's even better? The wet boot or shoe. Later start today, 10:30, and we're all packed up, ready to start heading. I think we got 7 or 8 kilometers. I have to look it up again today. Update on the woman from yesterday. I stopped on the top of the hill and tried to call the park, but they don't actually have an emergency number. They tell you to go to 911, and I was uncomfortable with 911 because she was still going. I think it's really poor that the park doesn't have some kind of an emergency system, because I'm assuming 911's probably going to get in touch with the park anyway. They've got all the maps for the roads, and I would assume they would have a rescue crew of some sort. So Algonquin Park, get your act together, get a number people can call when there's a problem. I did leave a message with the park office on their machine. Nobody obviously answering the phones. So I'm hoping she's okay. We'll stop and check that out on our way out, see if anyone has any info. Anyway, on to day 3 and on to the next campground. In another issue with Algonquin Park, I wanted to point out that on this site, I'm on the main trail, and the Kaibo's right there. Right, where am I? There. Like, you're taking a crap and everybody in the trail can walk, wave at you as they go by. Well thought out. And this is actually a U shape, and you can be seen from both sides. Not very long into our hike, but I got a sore foot. I got a toe that's bugging me. So I'm going to take care of it before it becomes a problem. And foot back into a cold wet sock, doo-dar, doo-dar. Foot back into a cold wet sock, oh, dee-doo, dar, day. Or you can just walk down there and not go over that log.
I think that's what I'll do.
Come on up. Yes, it is.
I'm like, please don't let anyone come.
You're not. Dianne's hiding. There's Dianne hiding. Well, it's our last morning in the park. We've only got less than 5 kilometers out. Rained last night. So everything's going to be wet again. My mattress is semi-deflated again. I got up in the middle of the night and had to inflate it again. I think we'll be sending that one back for a replacement. Oh, the chipmunk just came to see us, say getting up. So it's time to get up and get on the go and get this thing headed towards home. That's what our tent looks like.
Morning.
Site's all packed. And time to go. 4.6 clicks and it's raining. But Dan's still here.
Okay, let's go. What was that? I need this spot to wash my shoes.
Yeah. That looks like pillows and towels. And some dirty bugger just dumped it off in the bush. Sad. That's a pretty impressive beaver dam. This is the top of that dam. And where we just walked through. Yeah, a little beaver pond. Sorry?
They're suckering you in to think, oh, you're gonna have boardwalks over there.
Yeah, at the very beginning for other people, yeah, they're like, hey, it's all boardwalks. This is an easy walk. And that was Bob nearly killing himself. Okay. Boardwalks are really slippery in spots. Baby steps. Somebody finds that kind of funny.
Who back there thinks that's funny? Onward.
Ox Tongue River. I don't know.